I am a caseworker for the Office of Children's Services. I've been here for 4 years. Prior to that, I was a mediator for Child Protective Services cases. Um, and I came here because I fell in love with the work, fell in love with what OCS does and the opportunities I could have to work with tribes, to work with families, to work with governments. It's very exciting to me to be able to do that and know I can jump in at a spot that can make a big impact in people's lives. There's a few things that motivate and inspire me in this position. One is knowing that I am doing something that a lot of people wouldn't think of doing. That I have the passion and the drive and some gifts that I wouldn't have otherwise known that I had until I jumped into this work and followed my passion. And those gifts are turning out to be things that are life-giving for my community and for the families that I work with. When you are working with families, you're working with attorneys, you're working with guardian ad litems, all the different entities that you get to interact with. I get to do things that I love, I get to use my gifts, and I also get to work in a manner that works for me. The gifts that are most helpful, I think, are patience, being able to stay curious. I think that's a real gift. Not everybody has that. If you can maintain curiosity about life, then you can maintain curiosity about people, and you can find out so many wonderful things about people that you might not have otherwise learned. And so many things about yourself that you might not otherwise have learned, and how you interact with the world around you in the way that can change people's lives for the good. So I would say that maintaining curiosity is a gift, and it's probably one of the most important gifts you could have in this work. Some of the other gifts are being able to stay organized, being able to listen well, and also being able to speak up when you know something should be said, and to be able to do that in ways that people can relate to. And if you're curious when you speak, people can hear that and they can feel that, and you'll find that the world is very responsive to that. Even a world that we work in, which includes a lot of pain and people that are in points of crisis. But in a world that's otherwise very judgmental for the situations that they're in, maintaining curiosity elicits a lot different response than you might expect. Being able to step in at a point of crisis for families where their lives could go one direction or the other direction, and you can give the support to make it possible for them to go in a direction that's fruitful and productive, that can have an impact on generations. If you can help that family preserve its integrity and help those children come back to the mother and father that they've known, help that mother and father find recovery and find healing in a way that will support children for decades to come, you're going to find that has a long lasting impact on our communities. And if you're someone who cares about the future of our state and the future of our communities and the world we live in, I can't imagine any better avenue than working with families in crisis and being able to help them contribute to the betterment of the world we live in. You have to have a good sense of humor. If you want to work in this field, maintain your sense of humor about yourself and about the world around you. As I've mentioned, maintaining curiosity about yourself, especially about yourself, but also about the world around you. That's a good quality to have when working working with people in crisis. Another quality is being able to know yourself, know your own boundaries, know your own limitations, know where you might need to ask for help from someone who might be stronger in an area. No one in this world is going to survive without knowing their own boundaries, especially in a field that can be pretty taxing and pretty challenging. Personally, I love the challenge, and I love that it has given me the opportunity and the challenge to really grow in the areas of knowing my own boundaries and learning how to work with others and rely on others to step in and support my strengths and support my weaknesses. So being able to be a team player and call on your team and let that team help you is also a really strong character attribute. We're in it for the long haul with families, and most families are in recovery that we're working with in one way or another. Sometimes it's emotional recovery or substance use recovery, mental health recovery. I would say that if I had a superpower, it would be the ability to look down the road and see that all of this isn't for naught, that this might take some time, and that all the ups and downs are creating a trajectory for us, that the troughs are getting less and the highs are getting higher as we work together throughout our journey together. The type of person that succeeds at OCS is someone who knows themselves well enough to know that this is what they want, even when it gets tough. That what they want out of life is to help others and to make a difference in their community and to work with an organization that is all working toward one goal, which is helping families and preserving families. But if you can see all the challenges as stepping stones and building blocks towards something great, which is what we do here at OCS, it's that type of person that can take all the adversities, all the challenges, and build them into something wonderful and something fruitful for the people that we work with. And ultimately, it's going to be fruitful for you as you see the results of families and you see the difference that you make in the life of a child, that there's no one else stepping in sometimes but you. And you're the one that gets to be that person, as hard as it gets. And as much as sometimes we think we're not cut out for this, but then we remember nobody else stepped in. I stepped in and I helped. And that's all we can ask of life, is that we have the opportunity to step in and help. I would describe our workplace culture as focused, but I would also describe it as fun, which might sound a little ironic given the work that we do, but we bond together in our workplace and we enjoy each other's company, and we love to laugh together, and sometimes we love to cry together. Our work environment is supportive. We support one another. We share in each other's successes. We support each other in our challenges. We encourage each other to do well. I have never experienced anybody that does not want me to succeed at OCS. I've only experienced supportive environment at OCS. So I would say our work culture is supportive, it's focused, it's fun. I'd like people to know that it's worth giving it a shot. That this is something that this job particular is something that I did not have on my radar as something I would do at some point. Being a caseworker for the Office of Children's Services was not on my list. But as I interacted with the department and with the Office of Children's Services, and I saw the work they were actually doing, when I saw the ways that I could jump in and contribute to that, I saw something that I couldn't pass up, and it would have been a detriment to me not to give it a shot, because I've been here 4 years and have no intention of going anywhere because I love this job.